so it's looking pretty good. We're done with the cream. And then this is where we'll start with the wax. So I'm going to use 2 waxes for this shoe. We're going to use, of course, just the regular Pat Deluxe. Then I do have Mirror Gloss. Now the Mirror Gloss, I use that just because it's a drier wax. It's a little bit heavier and it helps speed up the process. You don't need this to create a mirror shine. For a very long time, I actually just recently started that just to help speed up my process. You can absolutely do all of it with just a Pat Deluxe, and that is what's necessary. If you can only afford to buy 1 wax, get the Pat Deluxe, wait on the Mirror Gloss. If you do it that way, you'll also find that you'll get your process down better, and then Mirror Gloss will just add another layer of ease to it. For black shoes, I use blue. It adds a little bit layer of depth to the shoe. So if you're looking for a new wax for your black shoes, I do recommend getting a nice blue. So what I do is I warm up the wax, bring some of those solvents back to the top, soften it up, and I do that just by rubbing it around. Get some wax on my finger, and we'll do just like we've been doing. We're just going to do one layer of the Pat Deluxe to the whole shoe. Some people claim that this is, like a protection layer for your shoe. I would say it probably does add a small layer of water resistance. It's not going to waterproof your shoes by any means, but it will add some resistance to water damage or anything like that. But really, this is aesthetically driven. This is just going to give a little bit deeper glow to the rest of the shoe. We're only going to do 1 layer, as 1 layer can flex with the shoe. You're not building up enough wax for it to lead to cracking. So just do 1 nice thin layer across the whole shoe. In a second, you'll see how that can kind of step up the shine overall. This is going to be the only product I don't apply into the tongue area. Reason for that is this will just lead to a hassle of that squeak as you walk, and it doesn't do a whole lot to the tongue. So I don't apply wax to the tongue area. Then you can also, the sole of these is still in pretty good shape. I'm going to add just a layer of the wax to the sole, and this will allow the sole to get a little bit of a shine too when we brush this again. You don't have to go crazy on this. You can mirror shine the sole or the heel. I have done it before. It's a lot of work. To do it the right way, you have to sand down the sole, sand down the leather so that it's all smooth. You can apply wax upon wax to it, but you'll see in a second this gives you, in my mind, more than sufficient shine to the sole so that it's at least keeping up with the rest of the shoe. Alright, so we set that aside, let it dry. Come back to this shoe, which has just got the pigmented cream. Again, horsehair brush. Brush it off. While you're brushing, there's no right or wrong way to hold the shoe. Just make sure you're holding it in a way that, well, first off, doesn't lead to you dropping the shoe, but just in a way that allows you to be able to brush the whole shoe. You'll change positions, but don't worry too much about how you're holding it, just that you're holding it securely. All right, so this is actually a good example. So you see how, I don't know if you can pick it up, but you're starting to get there's a little bit of a streak in the shoe there, and that's just excess polish. And that's why you're brushing. So it is bringing up a little bit of a shine, but it's to get that excess product off. And that's why, even after the horsehair brush, you're still seeing some of that streaking. We're going to use the yak hair brush with a little bit of water, and it'll pull off that final bit of excess.